If you're playing with Brody tonight, like what do you think that could be like for you guys?
So we know our rules, like we have to play same game, like not big change, like we have to help our team to win, simple, hard, that's it.
What stands out about TJ?
What is it?
What stands out about Brody?
Brody, he's like veteran. He's know how to play this game, long time, and he's big professional. I'm super excited to play with him tonight too.
What's the focus on the penalty kill? What has to happen to make the penalty kill good tonight?
Aggressive,
Why is that important?
Because just doesn't get chance to score, for New Jersey.
What stands out about the Devils?
It's fast team, pretty much young. Yeah.
What are the importance of these games for the team down the stretch, last 12 games?
What important for us, you say?
Guys, yeah.
So we have to play our game. We have to play fast, physical, and score goals, Simple.
First of all, what stood out about Joseph and the performance he put forward?
It's huge. I mean, he faced a lot of shots, a lot of great A's too. Credit to him for stopping it for us because we gave up a few too many chances. So that's just the regular for him, though. He's a elite competitor, and he's always ready to go.
For you guys, what's the key to kind of getting back in the win column tonight?
I think just address it the way we did that Edmonton game. I think we were ready for the competition that we were facing, and I think we took it from the approach that we're gonna dictate this game from the get-go, and I think we let that slip a little bit. We thought it might happen on its own rather than pushing for it, and I think that's where we got to focus it tonight.
What's the key on the penalty kill?
I think pressure. We're a little bit in between. When you aren't having success, you second guess it a little bit. You're a little bit in between, thinking about it rather than reacting. I think we can just react and play hockey and pressure their guys, because I know when we're on the power play and whenever you have the puck on the power play, if there's pressure on you, you panic a little bit. You make a play that you might not want to make, or it's a harder play. So I think just the pressure.
Looks like you could have a couple more defensemen coming in and out for tonight's game. How are the forwards supporting, could be a rotating cast of guys back there?
Yeah, I think it doesn't necessarily change for us. We're always trying to get in front of guys and give them as much time as possible to make plays, and they've been really good at moving the puck up and getting it in our hands, and so we can go play offense. So I think we trust them to make plays, and we can stick with our structure and be in positions for them.
When there's a bit of a flu bug going around or whatever it is, it feels like it's biting guys. Like, is there any way to prevent it?
I mean, guys joke about it, keep your distance a little bit, but kind of when it's on the team, we're so close and in such close quarters, and it's just our group here. So sometimes when one guy gets it, everybody's gonna maybe take a stab at it, unfortunately. But just try and wash your hands and be as good as you can about it.
What's the outlook for Mitch and Ilya Lyubushkin?
Mitch is no longer day-to-day from day-to-day. He's just day-to-day. He's progressing very well. Not available today. As far as his plan for the rest of the week, I think that'll be determined tomorrow. I haven't got the full report on how it went today, so status for practice is undetermined right now, but he's doing well. Samsonov, I'd say very same. Obviously, he hasn't skated in the last couple of days, so today was just he wasn't going to play tonight regardless, so today was a chance for him to just sort of work his way back into the mix. And at this point, based on how things went today, we're expecting him in practice tomorrow and then take it from there.
How about Riley and Edwards?
Riley's day-to-day, actually not ruled out for tonight at this point, but we'll see how he is later today. If he doesn't go today, it would be a day-to-day type of situation for him. Not an illness. And same with Edmondson, though he, I would say, is he's not available tonight, and I wouldn't expect him this week.
Where do you feel Woll is at in terms of getting back to what he was before the injury?
Well, I think if last game is any indication, that he's building momentum and kind of getting back into a groove. I think that's why it was important to get him back in the net tonight. He's had some tough starts here, right? You know, he's been on the tail end of back-to-backs. He's been, played some tough opponents, all those kind of things. So getting him in this one here tonight, I thought was important. For lots of reasons, not just the way he played last game, but just getting him a little extra start, and with Samsonov having a little bump in the road with with an injury, that it allows that opportunity and just kind of makes it fall into place or makes the decision somewhat easier in that sense. So I think he's building momentum and looked great the other night.
Go ahead, Lance. It's not a new situation for you to be pretty safe for a playoff spot, yet playing a lot of teams this week that are playoff desperate. How do you guys approach that?
Well, we approach it like, we had this discussion after we finished our game in Philadelphia before we prepared for that Washington game, is like, we haven't clinched anything. Nothing's secure at this point in time, and we need to approach it that way. With every day, every shift, every practice we get, we gotta have a level of urgency to everything that we're doing here. We're approaching it with the mindset that we're going to be able to find a way to clinch a spot and all those sort of things. But you got to do it. You got to maximize each day in order to do that. That's obviously very important to secure those points and secure our spot. And the other part of it is to have our game in good order. So you're sort of fighting all those sorts of things, and you pile on the injury stuff and guys in and out of the lineup that like we've had, and creating a little bit of adversity within the group just because of that situation. So that in itself has gotten our attention at key moments. But let's not have any slips like we did in Philadelphia. To me, that was a disappointing game in lots of ways. I thought we responded well in Washington. Certainly responded very well against Edmonton. And the Carolina game is a challenging game for lots of reasons. There's things I didn't like about that game, but to me, it's not in the same light as what happened in Philadelphia. I think we still went into that with good intentions and competed well. Maybe just didn't have our legs and played against a very good team. But tonight for me is, again, let's build on our last effort that we had in here. This is another team with high octane offense, skill. Will make you pay in transition if you give them easy ice. So there's lots of reasons for us to be dialed in here tonight and have an effort similar to Edmonton.
Travis Green, coach against the minors, the Canadian division a bunch. He's back on an interim basis, getting a second go around. What sort of stands out about his approach to the game and his teams in your experience?
From my experiences, we were in the same division in the American League and obviously not in the NHL, and this is the first time seeing Jersey, as strange as it is, this late in the season. But his teams compete hard. They play good, hard, honest, and direct game. This is a different type of team, I think, than he's had in terms of the high level of skill. Not there wasn't in Vancouver, but just this team's different. I'm just kind of getting to know this group because we haven't played them, so we haven't really paid a lot of attention up until the last few days. But Grader's a good, hard. I want to say hard-nosed guy, but just direct and simple, and communicates well with his players. And then any player that I've had that's come around, that I've worked with that's come from a Travis Green coach team has enjoyed playing for him and all those sorts of things. And it's good to see him kind of back behind the bench. And to me, I look at the team that he's coaching here now, and they've responded well. I know they're in a fight for their playoffs, but they've always been a great offensive team, and that they haven't taken a step back in that area in terms of generating chances and the skill that they possess. But they've played a much better team game defensively, and that's credit to how Greener's been able to keep that going.
Sheldon, there's been a bit moot with the injuries and illnesses that you've had, but when you had 9D after the trade deadline, like how did you want to approach this last in terms of keeping them all involved and things like that?
Yeah, as you say, it is moot at this point. But today's I believe, if I'm correct, today's the first day that Mark Giordano's available to the team. He'd been on LTI, so we'd really 8 defensemen for the most part. But now you're at 9, and we've got some guys unavailable and such. So, we've been approaching it more with the 8 guys, but I would like definitely to keep guys involved. And you've seen that, with how we've handled some of the back-to-backs and making sure guys stayed in. We need everybody. That's on whether it's on forward or defense. Guys need to stay ready. We need to when you bring in, in our case, 2 new defensemen, that sort of changes the mix a little bit of our group. Those guys, they need reps, and others need reps playing with them. Timmins is coming off of long injuries and illness, and hasn't played a lot this season, so we need to get him involved. And then Gio spot same kind of things, and then we've been talking about Brody's situation too. So we're managing all these things as best we can. But the good news is that no matter what we've done and how we've moved things, the group has responded well to it. So I think our intention would be to continue to utilize all of our guys, but at the same time try to find some rhythm and consistency inside of it. So that's going to be a challenge, and we hope that we can be healthy before long and be able to sort of lock into some things. But the schedule itself will make it obvious that we need to share the minutes and share the responsibilities. Well, of course, not losing sight of the fact that we need to make sure we're secure in points here.
What's your last one here?
Will Gio be activated then?
Yeah, again, I just kind of spoke out here. I don't like that's. I haven't. Yeah, he was eligible to come off of that as of yesterday is my understanding of it. So whether it actually happens, I don't get into that. But my expectation is he'd be available for us here soon.